So, Cricket Wireless has been around since the year 1999, if you can believe it. This makes them one of the longest standing MVNO providers to ever exist. The Cricket Wireless brand has evolved so much. From the very first store that opened back in Chattanooga, Tennessee, on March 17 of 1999, and was known for having what they call a comfortable wireless experience. They offered just one device on one wireless plan, and was the first company to introduce what they called a phone in a box concept. Then, in July of 2013, AT&T agreed to buy Cricket Wireless for $1.2 billion. And fast forward to March of 2014, AT&T had then completed the acquisition to form the new Cricket, which is who we know them to be today. And now, Cricket Wireless has over 4,500 storefronts, which they operate in all 50 states. So now, the real question is, how are they doing today in 2024? And are they still a good cell phone provider choice and adequate for today's standards? And that is what I'm going to answer here today. So first off, I'm going to be talking about the coverage and how it's only gotten better throughout the years. And here is the Cricket Wireless coverage map. I want to point out by noting that Cricket Wireless uses 100% of AT&T's towers. So the coverage you see here is through AT&T directly. And this also includes AT&T's roaming partner coverage, which is also known as third-party coverage. It is worth noting that the third-party coverage represents off-network coverage where available, meaning that the network speeds, the quality of coverage, and services are not guaranteed because AT&T doesn't actually own the network. You're just using it as part of AT&T's partner roaming agreement with other carriers. And now we're going to move right into the Cricket Wireless plan offerings here because there's something new that Cricket has brought to the table here. And these are the current plans that Cricket Wireless offers here. Note, the prices listed here are without auto pay. You can get discounts with auto pay, and these prices that you see here are only for one line. Additional discounts are available if you have multiple cell phones that you want to add to the account. So first off, jumping into the unlimited premium data plan, which comes with 15 gigabytes of mobile hotspot. Originally $60, but if you enroll in auto pay, you can get this for $55 a month. And I must note, all taxes and fees are included in the cost. So the price you see on these plans are exactly what you're going to be paying. No extra charges. It is all in and all baked in. This plan right here is Cricket's best unlimited plan. You get unlimited premium network data, which means that when the network is experiencing congestion, you're going to be placed on a higher priority with this plan here. I also mentioned you get the 15 gigabytes of mobile hotspot, and you also get access to Max with ads with this, as well as 150 gigabytes of cloud storage is included. And you also get Mexico and Canada coverage included with this plan here, as well as unlimited text from the US to 37 countries is included. Now we're going to move on to what I'm going to call the basic unlimited plan. The cost is $55, or if you enroll in auto pay, it drops to $50 here. You still get unlimited data, but your speeds may be temporarily slowed if you are in areas that are experiencing network congestion. With this, there is no hotspot baked into the plan, but for an extra $10, it'll get you 10 gigabytes. So, in all honesty, if you're going to use any sort of hotspot, I would recommend just getting this one here, guys. You also get that unlimited premium data, which is awesome, and it's only $5 extra. So honestly, if you need some hotspot, just go with this plan here. It is also worth noting that with the basic unlimited plan, there is no max. You only get 2 gigabytes of cloud storage. You still get Mexico and Canada included in this, as well as the unlimited text from the US to 37 countries. And now we're going to move on to something brand new that Cricket has brought to the table. So Cricket has now introduced what they're calling multi-month unlimited plans. Let me explain a little bit on this because there are some gotchas with this. So here are the prices for the multi-month unlimited plans. Now, there are a few things that I have to note here. There are a few different options here. There's a 12-month unlimited plan, a 6-month unlimited plan, and a 3-month unlimited plan. So basically, you pay one bill, and that can cover either 12 months, 6 months, or 3 months. If you prepay in advance for 12 months, you pay a one-time fee of $360. That gets you 12 months of unlimited data with no payments for a year. Or you can do the 6-month, pay $210, or the 3-month and pay $120. Now, this is not the unlimited premium data plan. This is the regular unlimited basic plan. So the most important thing to note is the multi-month unlimited plans are essentially this plan right here, but you cannot add any mobile hotspot with this plan. Now, this is something that's very important to note because with the regular unlimited basic plan, you can just pay $10 for 10 gigabytes. There is not even an option to add hotspot with the multi-month unlimited plans. So if you're someone who uses hotspots, then this automatically is a no-go for you. And now, moving away from Cricket's unlimited plans, they also offer tiered data plans here, which I'm going to briefly go over. So Cricket has a 10 gigabyte plan for $40 here, no mobile hotspot, no max. You do get 2 gigabytes of cloud storage, as well as Mexico and Canada included, and Cricket International is available for an additional fee. You can also get it as low as $35 if you enroll in autopay. And then the 5 gigabyte plan, essentially the same thing, but the cost is $30 and there is no discount with autopay. And one last thing to note with the tier data plans. If you go over your 10 or your 5 gigabytes, you still get unlimited data, but you are capped at 2G speeds, which in all honesty, for today's standpoint, is not very feasible at all. You can maybe check email with this, but do not expect to watch any video content or browse the internet. It will be very, very slow. And now, going back to the Mexico and Canada roaming, there are a few things that you should be aware of. First noting, the nice thing is there's no need to buy a new SIM card or switch to a local carrier like some people do. Simply just turn on your Cricket phone. And Cricket may temporarily slow the data speeds when the network is busy. Cricket goes on to explain that all Cricket unlimited plans starting at the $55 a month now include the roaming data services, plus unlimited calls and texts to and from Mexico, so completely unlimited. Canada, there is an asterisk here because Cricket says, careful. Calls, texts, and data use while in Canada need to stay under 50%. If the total usage in 3 months, if you've exceed that, then you risk your service of being suspended. So just something to note there. And now, moving right along to jump into Cricket's data-only plans. So this is for if you want to use an individual mobile hotspot or if you want to use a tablet. So here are the plans that Cricket Wireless offers. You can get 150 gigabytes, which they call Simply Data, for $90 a month. You can get 100 gigabytes for $55 or 20 for $35. Now, it is worth noting that Cricket Wireless doesn't actually sell any tablets on their website, but they do have a hotspot if you are interested in. But in the description and the pinned comment, I will leave links to tablets and hotspot devices that you can bring over that would work perfectly with the Cricket network. And now, moving on to the phone offerings with Cricket. So first, I want to note something that is pretty common with all carriers nowadays. If you currently have a phone that you love, you can bring it over to the Cricket network. Now, there are a few things to note with this. It has to be unlocked, or it has to be on the AT&T network. So if you have a phone that is on the AT&T network, then it doesn't actually have to be unlocked. It will work with Cricket. Just to recap, this is only with AT&T phones, which is an awesome perk. But any other carrier like Verizon or T-Mobile, you'll have to get that phone unlocked first in order to bring it over to Cricket. But AT&T phones, they'll work even if they're locked. And now, for those who are interested in buying a phone directly through Cricket, they have all the flagships here. They have your Galaxies, Motorola's, and they have iPhones here. Not going to show all the phones, don't need to speed up time. But it is worth noting that all of their financing is done either with Affirm or Progressive Leasing. I will also leave for you guys in the description and in the pinned comments a list of a couple of my personal phone suggestions for you. And they're really budget-friendly options, and they're options that myself personally would actually go with. Good, solid phones at very reasonable prices. So definitely check out the links in the description and the pinned comment for my personal suggestions. And now, we need to talk about the Apple Watch with Cricket. I know in the past, Cricket has not supported the Apple Watch, but now it's 2024. Does Cricket support the Apple Watch? Let's take a look. So let's go ahead and type in Apple Watch. As we can see, very highly requested search term. So we're just going to go ahead and see. Does Cricket offer the service? Unfortunately, at this time, Cricket still does not support the Apple Watch or wearables on the network. Cricket, it's 2024. Get with the times on the smartwatches here. I know not a big deal for a lot of people, but I know that people are looking to add their cellular Apple Watch. And when Cricket does decide, they're saying at this time they do not support it. When Cricket does decide to support it, I will be making a video with an update for you. And now we need to talk about some additional perks with Cricket Wireless. So, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, Cricket has over 4,500 storefront locations. So you can always visit a store. They do have a phone number, which you can call, or you can chat with them. So honestly, Cricket's got all their basics covered here. But now, I need to talk about some additional charges that you might incur if you go into a Cricket store, just so that you're aware of these. So, in the store, there is a $25 activation fee. There is no activation fee if you do it online. There is a device upgrade fee with Cricket, a $25 fee that is charged both in-store and online. But if you go ahead and take out your SIM card from your current phone and put it into a new phone, you can avoid this $25 entirely. If, for whatever reason, you missed your payment and you need to reactivate your account, a $5 fee will be charged for a single line and $15 for multiple lines. And there is a $5 fee if you go into the store to go ahead and make payments. So just something to keep in mind. While there are other fees, these are just the ones that I think most of you need to be aware about. And now, I'm going to jump into another interesting perk that Cricket Wireless offers here. So Cricket Wireless offers something called Bridge Pay, and it allows you to split your Cricket bill into two separate payments if you need extra time to pay. So as long as you get it set up within 7 days before or after the start of your billing cycle, you'll get 7 additional days to make the second payment. Now, the reason I'm mentioning this is because I haven't heard of any other carrier really offering something like this, and Cricket does. So I do want to mention it. Also, I'm just going to briefly touch on the Affordable Connectivity Program. The thing about it is they're no longer accepting new applications or enrollments after February 7th of 2024. This was all internet providers. They had a program where lower income households can qualify for discounts on their internet and cell phone, but this will no longer be the case across the board, not just with Cricket. So just something to keep in mind there. Now, we're going to jump into Cricket's Refer a Friend program here. So if you refer friends to Cricket, you can earn up to $250 a year in account credits. You basically just share your referral link, you get $25. Maximum 10 referrals per calendar year. But Cricket does offer this. So if you're looking to share the love, get other people on Cricket, help them out. If they're looking for an alternative provider, then you can get $25. So now we can see that Cricket Wireless has improved on certain things, especially the multi-month plan offerings. Definitely something unique. So now you might be asking, is Cricket Wireless still all it's cracked up to be? Well, as we can see from the customer testimonial page on the Cricket website, we can see people who come to Cricket stay with Cricket. As you can see, these are just a couple different testimonials here. I mean, in all honesty, it's pretty easy to see why. Cricket, in all honesty, has a big advantage with their unlimited premium data for their $60 plan. Autopay, it's $55. But honestly, how many other carriers have this unlimited premium on the AT&T network? Now, the nice thing about the AT&T network, in all honesty, is their network congestion management. In my opinion, AT&T is right up at the top, followed by T-Mobile and then Verizon for the network congestion management, which basically means if there's a lot of people in the area, how reduced do your speeds get? Like I said, AT&T's at the top, T-Mobile's in second place, and then last place would be the Verizon wireless network. So now, are you possibly interested in switching on over to Cricket Wireless? You know, after hearing about all the perks, especially on that unlimited premium for as low as $55 on autopay, it is pretty enticing. Now, for those of you that are actually on the fence, what if I told you you can actually try out the Cricket Wireless service for 14 days? Risk-free, no credit card required. So you can see if it's really a good choice for your needs. Guys, I have a video right here that explains everything you need to know on how you can go ahead and take advantage of that free 14-day trial. So guys, I will see you over there.